Hey everybody, I'm Axel, the Wondrous Writing Witch. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're all having a wonderful week so far. I apologize for missing last week. I admittedly played a little too much Zelda and was not as productive as I would have liked to be. But we're here now, and I'm here to give you a small writing update about what's been going on, some snags that I've hit, and if you guys have any writing updates that you would like to share down below, I'd love to chat with you guys in the comments. And if you don't have any writerly updates, just give me an update on what's been going on. Again, would love to chat with you guys in the comments. Otherwise, on to the update. So once again, I'm going to apologize for being in my Zelda hole. I've been obsessed with the series since I was a wee little tot, and that's not going to change. It is one of my biggest influences when it comes to my writing and just being creative. I love that shit. So I'm mostly sorry. I'm mostly sorry that I wasn't as productive as I would have liked to be. I'm not sorry that it's such a good franchise. So sorry with an asterisk, but we're here today. We're here. We're back. Otherwise, there was just crazy shit that just kept popping up. I was invited to Aladdin, the Broadway in Chicago show last minute, so I really didn't want to miss that and pass on that opportunity to film a video. So I went, and then I was like, cool, I'll film the next day. And then my neighbor was cutting down his tree, so it was impossible to film. But they were doing it at reasonable hours, and you gotta do what you gotta do. So we are here. And during the weekend, I got a bad migraine because I have been cutting down the amount of caffeine that I ingest, and it has not been kind to my body. My body is desperate for this caffeine, and it comes in the form of migraines that is carried over into today, but I have taken some medicine, and we're going to struggle through it for now. On to the writing snags. I was going through some of the things that I needed to fix in my book and self-editing it. I really wanted to get it to some more critique partners and beta readers soon. However, I am not quite sure what drew this particular issue to my attention because I listen to a lot of videos while I do other work, and then I just talk to a bunch of people who like books. There was a large portion, not a large portion, but it was an important part in the book, and it was brought to my attention that magical prosthetics or kind of magic workarounds around disabilities are ableist, and I do not want to contribute to that. I was trying to make it in a way that I experienced my own prosthetic, my whole denture situation. It isn't the same as other disabilities. There are a lot of variants when it comes to disabilities, and it's very tricky to have those characters in your book with the ability to have magic workarounds, because you don't want to kind of make it seem like they need to be fixed. However, there's just certain things that you would still do. Like, people still get prosthetics, and people get wheelchairs, and people get glasses and cochlear implants. There's a lot of technology that has advanced far, and though we're not into like Full Metal Alchemist Automail yet, there's a lot of variance when it comes to ways people handle disabilities. And I do not want anyone to be offended or feel like they are less than, especially when it comes to my art. And I want everyone to feel represented and, as a whole person that doesn't feel like they need a magical fix-it to be a whole person. So I have to chop my book apart and, really comb through it and change some heavy aspects. So it is a little overwhelming because it's a larger part in certain characters with the prosthetic that I had in mind, and now I have to go to the drawing board and figure out what I'm going to do for arcs for those characters, because again, I don't want to harm anybody. So I would rather do the work and spend more time really making this book something that everyone could enjoy. Well, at least most people. I know not everyone is going to enjoy it, but I definitely do not want to be harmful in my book. And so I think it's really important to take experiences that aren't your own and really take those into consideration, because though I have a prosthetic that essentially takes away the negatives of, you know, I feel weird calling my, bone disease a disability, but I don't know what to call it. But my prosthetic essentially takes away all of the negatives that it would have. So is it a magic fix-it? No, it's a scientific fix-it. But we aren't there with everything, and it's really important to just make sure that you are not spreading harmful rhetoric or harmful stereotypes. And there's 1.5 billion magic prosthetics, robo arms, and whatnot. So I really had to ask myself, was it necessary for my book, the characters to have those things? And the answer was no. It was not necessary to the whole plot. It wasn't necessary to even the main points of the plot. So I really need to go in there and comb through it and change a lot. Well, not a lot, but I need to change enough where it's a little overwhelming. But again, I would rather do that than my book spread harmful anything. So I am glad it was brought to my attention. It will take me a little longer than I would have liked to get, pardon me. It will take a little bit longer than I would have liked to get my book out there. And as shitty as that is, it is what it is. And I would rather have a good book out there than a harmful one. So that's where we're at with that. And I do think it's important that we keep ourselves accountable. So that's what I'm doing. I am making sure that I make the correct changes that I need to. Ramble over for that situation. Moving on to just being overwhelmed in general. It is a lot to have a day job, to have a platform, to write a book, edit a book, as well as have a secondary income via my witchcraft business. It's a lot. It is just a lot. So I'm doing my best to kind of balance it so I don't get overwhelmed and burnt out while still being productive and still working towards the goals that I would like. So I just wanted to fill you guys in on what's been going on and kind of just give you a little encouragement to keep pushing forward, even when things are difficult, even when things require more work than you initially thought. I knew I was going to have to change some things in my book. This incident just wasn't one of the things that had clicked in my brain to change. And there's, there will probably be something else I need to fix in my book because I still haven't gotten it to a good amount of as many critique partners as I would have liked. And then there's the beta process. So as much as I would have liked my book to come out this year, I don't necessarily know if that's possible. As well as the financial aspect, my dog has to go in for surgery to have some gum reduction because he has some epulis growth or something. Poor Nugget has his gums growing over his teeth, so he's going in at the end of the week for that. And well, surgery for animals, surgery for anything is expensive. So money for editor, not so much. But we'll get there, we'll build that back up, and I'm gonna keep trying and keep doing my best. I am excited to be starting a short story kind of thing that I would like to make into a podcast or a YouTube skit. I am still working out the details of that, but I have started outlining some stories to start that, and I'm excited for that. I'm excited to get some of my work out there so you can see my writing style and what kind of things I enjoy. As always, I would love to chat with you guys in the comments. Um, as always, I would love to chat with you guys in the comments. I have had a crazy week last week. I promise this week I will be more productive and play a little less Zelda, even though it will hurt my soul. I'm doing that for you. Okay, I'm not. I'm doing it because it's necessary to build the platform and all of that. But I'm doing it. I'm making that sacrifice. So, if you play Zelda, comment below because I would love to talk about Tears of the Kingdom as well. I'll talk about anything in the comments. Let's just chat in the comments. It'll be a good time. Anyway, until next week, I hope you all have a wonderful time and spread all the love and joy you can. Bye.